there's a reason. We're going to start with the crime drama right off the top with Eric Bana and Joel McHale.
With a supernatural twist. This is actually based on real accounts of a New York Police Department officer by the name of Ralph Sarchi, who investigates crimes, but he turns, he teams up with an unconventional priest to look at demonic possession that is plaguing his city. Stars Eric Bana in the lead.
Sounds very realistic.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Secondary evil, the evil that men do, and primary evil, which is something else entirely.
I've seen some horrible things. Nothing that can't be explained by human nature.
Then you haven't seen true evil.
No, there you have it.
We get to see true evil. Okay, so the atmosphere is there in the trailer. I'm guessing full of jump scares, but any memorable moments from this?
The only true evil in this movie is the screenplay. It's memorable in the sense that it takes every single horror cliche known to man and jams them into one movie. We've seen everything they do here before, right down to the wisecracking sidekick played inappropriately by Joel McHale, who was totally miscast in the film. Jump scares like this one, you know, the under the bed gag. There's the wife who's upset the hardworking police officers never at home. The cheap scares, the awkward music cues, like some of the crime scenes have Doors lyrics written on them, and then they're discussing this in a bar and a Doors song comes on. You know, like stuff like that. And an over-the-top sort of horror soundtrack that really mines for those cheap scares. And it's got the typical devil possession stuff. And I just felt that it was trotting out all the familiar tropes that we see in this genre. And it was very upsetting because I really enjoy Eric Bana, and Edgar Ramirez was sensational in Zero Dark 30. And the two of them together, when they have screen time, you kind of forget how bad the movie is. They are good, doing their best with the weak material. Other than that, though, this is totally forgettable.
How many hammers?
1 out of 5.
Ooh.
Ew.
That's a rough go for Eric Bana and crew in that one.
That hurts. Yeah.
Found footage film for kids in this one.
Okay, this is Earth to Echo, and after a bizarre series of encrypted messages infiltrate a bunch of phones in a neighborhood in California, actually it's more like Nevada, a group of kids sort of embark on an adventure and find an alien, a little robot, who can help them avoid their neighborhood getting, shall we say, destroyed, because they're right in the middle of this path of development. So they're trying to basically preserve their hometown, as it were. The movie, as you can see, is found footage, and I found it completely nauseating. I literally felt ill, like I was going to Ralph when I got out of the theater.
You know, with the kids' adventure film in the genre, if we look over the years, does this movie have the grit of something like Gremlins or Goonies?
No, it doesn't really come close to those ones. It borrows heavily from movies like E.T., Super 8, but less scary, and Chronicle, which are great films in their own right. So it did that. You know, it's got a lot of heart, the movie. I can see it coming from a good place. And there are a lot of good lessons here about kids and the issues they face as they are, young teens, and that awkwardness of that age. The acting is solid, too. The kids in this film are not household names yet, but they will have successful careers ahead of them. It was just too derivative. And again, the shaky cam, to me, I found physically exhausting. I actually felt ill walking out of this film. So there's some good merits to it, but overall, I cannot recommend it.
So is it better than the first movie?
It is better than the first one.
Okay.
Not by much, 2 out of 5.
Okay, so slow weekend at the box office for the new titles.
You got it.
All right, some bigger titles coming out in weekends to come.